Hi everyone, welcome again to another night of or morning for you, another night of fun and full of interesting uh, things for this night. So we're excited to join with you again and explain to you what's coming to Start Crazy. I know people, the players has been waiting, eagerly waiting for some information about the upcoming PvP, which is like the biggest by far would be the biggest feature for IoTex. So we have here with us Claire. She is the ecosystem marketing for IoTex. So she will be the one representing and talking about the IoTex side of things. Hi Claire, how are you?
Hey Ray, good. I'm happy to be here. I'm very excited.
Cool, welcome. And we also have as always, we have the business development of this of StarCrazy. So we'll be seeing more of her in the future. I think she'll be hosting one of
Hi
our own
everyone.
DMAs in the future. So let's welcome. And here we have a very special guest. I have to ask him. I have to beg that he would join us. But he's very good. He's been a very supportive player of Star Crazy. He's been with Star Crazy since like the beginning, even like from the private beta to public beta to live to planets, and he's everywhere. And he is like come on, I believe so much in Star Crazy, and if I can help him in a way, please, come. So I do appreciate him. So let's welcome Jeff, for
Nice to
joining
be
with
here.
us tonight, and
Thanks for
appreciate.
inviting me.
So yeah, welcome. So this would be the gang for tonight, and everyone, you have to get
Cool.
your questions ready because after this, I will talk for for the first 20 minutes. So by the way, this live event will go for around 30, 40 minutes, I guess, and then we'll talk for like 20 minutes, and after that, the next 20 minutes or so would be dedicated to answering your questions regarding the PvP. So get them questions ready, and we'll be hopefully we could answer and we could give you the information you need to get you more excited about the upcoming PvP. But before that, I think Claire as the ecosystem marketing lead has something to share for us. Claire, bring it on.
Yeah, I'm super happy to be here. And so always happy to be talking with StarCrazy. And we at IoTex think StarCrazy just brings so much fun and so many unique features to the IoTex ecosystem. And it's been really amazing to hear so many testimonials of StarCrazy players with their experiences with the game. Like, I'm so happy to have Jeff here today and be talking with him as one of the original beta testers. I was also one of the original beta testers early on. And seeing how this community has transformed and really contributed so much to the IoTex ecosystem. It's really always great seeing people use this game as their initial gateway into blockchain. We
Mhm.
have some players who have been in the space for years and who want to enter GameFi and who want to be a part of it. But then we do also have people who are using StarCrazy as their way to learn. And from the IoTex perspective, we're just really honored to be the ones providing that technical platform and
Yeah,
be the
yeah.
ones providing that experience and bringing, the IoTex community into StarCrazy as well. Um, we think IoTex really, we love GameFi, we want to support it. And with, like I said, the technical aspect of trying to keep the fees as cheap as possible. They're less than a penny, which for GameFi is so important. We're very quick. Transactions are done in under 5 seconds. It's all of these features that from our side, we're happy to provide to the Start Crazy community and try and get people entered in blockchain and lower this barrier to entry and make it a fun and exciting space. And on Star Crazy's side, you guys are coming out with so many updates and so many features and making it really fun and exciting for
Yeah,
this community.
our devs are working nonstop with this. Like they're like real hero for Star Crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been an exciting year for sure. And just seeing how Web3 and this whole blockchain space has transformed in this year with GameFi becoming one of the main players. I'm really excited to be here talking today about it. And happy to be talking about play to earn and getting some questions from the community. And from the IoTech side, we also just have some, stay tuned, some exciting announcements on the way coming up in the coming weeks. Always, again, trying to improve this user experience, make it better for people, make it more fun. So stay tuned for that. You guys have always been so supportive, and we're very happy and honored to be, talking with StarCrazy today. So get the questions ready.
Cool, cool, cool. So yeah, that's clear, everyone. So if you have any questions for IoTex, and I think what she announced is very, very exciting, and I really do hope and wish she could like tell us some more. But I know some things just not possible at the moment. But yeah, yeah. If you have any questions for IoTex or for any IoTex related stuff, Claire is here to answer and to clarify these things for us. So we have here Jeff, right? As I mentioned, Jeff is a very supportive player of Star Crazy, and I just want to like thank him for doing this. And okay, yeah, somebody says I have to get closer to the mic. Okay, is my audio better now?
I can hear
So
you.
yeah, apologize for that. So yeah, so Jeff, I know I've introduced you earlier, but I think it's better for people to hear some things from you. So can you tell us a little about yourself?
Okay, I'm a Canadian and I live in Tokyo, Japan, and I got started in crypto about 1.5 years ago. So I'm kind of a newbie, and it's funny that Claire mentioned that Star Crazy is good for new players because actually, when Star Crazy started, I had never been interested in a uh, blockchain game. Uh, this is my first time I've ever been involved in a blockchain game. Actually, I didn't even know what Axie was. I remember Googling Axie Infinity when
Yeah.
I heard about Star Crazy. It was Larry Pang actually mentioned it in a Telegram chat one day, and I said, because I'm a big IoTex fan, so I researched what he was talking about. And Axie, what's Axie, and what's Star Crazy, and next
Mhm.
thing you know, I was a beta tester on StarCrazy, and here I am now. So it's been a fun fun journey. So I think all beginners, like I was, will find
Yeah.
StarCrazy very fun and interesting.
Yeah. So
So that's
speaking of Axie, I think you mentioned about Axie, and we are not in competition with Axie. We want to like supplement
of
what
course, yep.
Axie lacks. But I want you to like tell us like what makes Star Crazy different from all the. I know you research after you heard about iTex and Star Crazy. I know you research about other play to earn games. So what do you think is something different about Star Crazy?
Uh, I think most importantly is the entry, uh,
Mm-hmm.
getting into the game uh, very very cheaply.
That's true.
I think you can start with very little money.
Mm.
That that helped me because you don't want to invest too much in something
Yeah.
you have no idea about. And then after that, I really learned about blockchain or crypto itself. StarCrazy has mining, and then the syrup pools, and uh,
Yeah.
many other aspects to crypto that I didn't really grasp, even though I've been involved in crypto just by
Mm-hmm.
buying tokens for a year or two. But I really didn't know what mining was,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and these syrup pools and all these things. And in the Telegram group, I remember moderators like Anwar and those guys would help me with these things. And I tried these things like mining my NFTs. And I remember I didn't even know what an NFT was. And now I'm
Yeah.
mining
I could
NFTs and
relate.
making income. Yeah, it's really crazy. I don't like, what am I doing,
Yeah.
and
All of us are there.
yeah, so I think you can really learn about these aspects of crypto and blockchain through a game. And like I said,
Yeah,
I've never played a blockchain game until StarCrazy. So
yeah. So
I
yeah,
think
that's
it's a good
actually.
opportunity.
Go ahead, continue.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
It's just
Sorry,
it's
sorry
just a
about that.
unique
But
opportunity
yeah,
that I think that any new user can take advantage of.
yeah, cool. Thank you so much for that, Jeff. Yeah, I think that's something that we're glad that you grasped the idea of Start Crazy, because from the beginning, Start Crazy is always like, envisioning that, to bridge the gap between the crypto world and, traditional gaming, and those people who, don't understand about crypto. Like, where would I start? So here's Start Crazy
Mm,
for you. You're talking about mining. Instead of mining just an abstract, concept. We will show
right.
you how to do mining, so you can put your stars NFT, and then you will see GFT flying every 10 seconds or so, and then, zero
Yeah.
pool and everything. So if you tried Start Crazy, then you'll have an idea, a general idea of, what's what crypto, what blockchain is all about. So I'm always like more fascinated in the blockchain tech side of things rather than crypto. So yeah, that's cool. So yeah, for those people who haven't played but Star Crazy and who wants to join Star Crazy, what can you like short briefly? What can you tell them?
Uh, of course, the entry entry
Mhm.
fee or the investment is very minimal, so you can start uh, cheaply. Also, I think when you compare Star Crazy, for example, let's take the amount of tokens
Mhm.
that are available or produced. I really found that really incredible when I compared other tokens to Star Crazy. I think there are 30 million plus 30 million in Star Crazy. So the developers are really taking care of the players, whereas other games I won't mention, but they have almost unlimited or virtually unlimited amount of tokens. Uh, so I think the economy of Star Crazy is very focused on the player, and I think that's very very important when you're choosing an investment to look at uh, what the developers are looking at and who they're taking care of.
Yeah.
And so far, I think the developers genuinely, truly are taking care of the players uh, when you look from that perspective.
Yeah.
So, any new player, I'd advise you to look at the actual uh, numbers, the
Yeah.
available tokens, and uh, I think I know the Star Crazy developers are giving 100% of the GFS
Yeah. That's
tokens
true.
back to the players. That's incredible when you compare it to other games. And
Yeah.
then, most importantly, what I have found is that, and I've invested in some other
Mhm.
crypto games that haven't started yet because I wanted to get that ground floor
Yeah.
token price.
Yeah.
But it's been 6 months or 8 months, and nothing
Yeah.
nothing has been given. I mean, they have great animation and they have great designs, and but when it comes to the end of the day, Star Crazy is the only game that's actually paying me rewards every day. I mean, there's games on Cardano or there's games on other
Yeah.
chains that they're really big games, and there's some big name stars that are investing in these games and buying properties, but no one's actually earning rewards. So I would advise new players, maybe it's better to invest in a game that is actually functioning and actually paying rewards now rather than speculating on a big game with big names that
Yeah.
may or may not pay rewards in the future. So that's my advice to
Yeah.
new
Cool.
players.
Cool. Thank you so much, Jeff. Yeah, I understand your concern because I've been into that as well. That's why for Start Crazy, we want people to understand that, they might say, hey, everything is dropping. The devs, the marketing team are not doing anything. So here's what I want people to understand. We don't want to hype the game too much because right now, basically, uh, we only have the feature that we have is good, but some people get bored easily for fusion, something like that, and also we don't want to overhype and then people just flood into us and then like, hey, this is just it. We don't see anything much yet. That's why we're taking it one step at a time. So the number of players that we have right now is what we think is still enough for us, enough to like cater to current features that we have. But comes PvP, that's when we will be like bringing out the big guns to show the people what we have because there's something to do now. So again, and also I support your that what you said, that the devs are really for the player. I talked to them and they would always say, like, when we have proposals in the meeting, they would say, ah, no, it's not good for the players. They're always thinking about the players. That's why in the planet auction we have to burn everything because every GFS that was earned to maintain the the uh, proportion, not really proportion, the 100% player owned system of GFS. So Anne is with us here again as well. I think they're working something in StarCrazy. She's the partnership head. She's doing the external communication. So, Anne, can you tell us something of what's going on in StarCrazy that people might be interested in?
Yeah, just to add to Jeff, I'm also new in crypto and NFTs and play to earn games. But yeah, what really amazes me with Star Crazy, apart from other play to earn games, is aside from the very low entrance fee, starting fee, once you deploy the contract, the smart contract, you just don't have to do anything at all. Your stars continue to mine. It will continue to earn even you're sleeping. Some NFT games, some play to earn games, you have to open the app every day.
Mm,
You have to play the actual characters. But really, for Star Crazy, you just have to look at it, decide if you want to mine or buy other stars, fuse them. But those in the mine will continue to mine. Basically, you'll continue to earn. And yeah,
yeah.
that's really something amazing and exciting for me for Star Crazy, especially now that we are launching soon our PvP. It will really give more avenue to our players to earn. Basically, being a play to earn, yeah, there is a play, but the earn
Yeah.
is more than just playing. And given that, I also appreciate Jeff that he sees through it, that we are trying to be transparent to all our players. The much care and support that we give to our players. Actually, right now, being in the partnership, I really accept a lot of proposals, partnerships, exchanges that would like Star Crazy to be listed on and have
Yeah.
some partnerships. But right now, the issue is, are they legit? Are they not scammers? So it's quite difficult right there. But being said that, the Star Crazy group are very supportive. We do listen and accept those proposals, but with proper communication and endorsements and studying the background of those possible partners. Definitely, we will be giving more to our players, yeah, in this coming month. So I hope you'll watch for it. Just like ERA, right? The
Mm,
WGFT that we have right now in
yeah.
Cyclone, and
Yeah.
we
We'll
have
have
more
probably
to
we're
come,
working on
and that's
and
something you have to watch
yeah.
out. Yeah,
And
right.
is working on the dealing how we can get the Cyclone people to come with us in one of these
Yeah.
suspect meetings. So yeah, it's gonna be
Um.
exciting. Anne is working on the partnerships outside. So if you think you are, uh, Star Crazy is not doing anything, we are, and we are doing on partnerships here and there. But you may not see it for now because we're taking it one step
So
at a time.
basically, our partnerships will not only expand or make Star Crazy a big thing, it will invite more players across all exchanges or even wallets to join Star Crazy. And that would be more fun for us, though. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, thank you for that, and thank you for the update. So guys, Anne will be talking more. I mean, she'll be picking the questions that you have in the chat, in the comments right now. So if you could have it, so I think the biggest people are asking like, when is PvP coming? I think that's one of the biggest questions that they have. So we've been the devs have been working nonstop. So I think they're already doing the testing on it by now. So you may be able to see some of it in the near future. So for now, we have been hey, when's the launch? I know people are excited about it. So we have come to we have a date that we will tell you today. So it's tentative, right? Because I personally I wanted to like fix. Hey, let's do it on this date, but you know, uh, it's late on this date, but the devs said saying we're doing everything we can, but it's blockchain and it's programming. Something has to be tested intensively. So our target launch is when will be on March 26th of 2022. So it's like 3 weeks from now. So we have 3 more weeks to test uh, how the game would would play out. So I was or probably, and also we're considering of having some of the players to join us in the testing in the coming days. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but if you guys have any suggestions who wanna join, yeah, feel free. We are considering it. I'm not sure how to do it, but we're there. And also, one thing that I want to clarify, right, for everyone that's watching here. So now, when we release the blog, like, hey, when the stars battle, can it still mine? People say are asking as well, like, are those stars in the mine can battle, or only those in the what they call that in the flash sales. Okay, so I just want to show you. I don't know if this has been shown in the chat before, but I just want to show you something to explain this how would the stars uh, how the stars would appear, right? So here's the a quick diagram on. Let me just edit this thing. Okay. So here. So for people are asking like, hey, if I'm battling, can I still mine? If I'm training, so here I wanna explain to everyone, that the stars in the mine, the stars in the auction are the same stars that can battle, right? So here's the thing: if you would look at these boxes, these are separate, features or things that the stars can do at the same at a time. So if you're selling, so you can list or delist, but it cannot mine, right? But if your stars is mining, you cannot sell it, but you can dispatch it and recall. So if it's recall, you can either do selling or PvP. So if it's in PvP, you can go battle, and then if you win or lose, right? So that's in PvP, and if it's in PvP mode, it cannot mine and it cannot train. So after PvP, you can either train. If it's in training mode, it cannot mine as well. It cannot do anything. It can only do one thing at a time. But uh, here's what I want to explain to people. Like, so in mining, you will remove your stars from the mine, right, and send it to training. So in training, your stars in the battle, you need at least one energy to battle. But in training, you can train your stars to have uh, up to three energy, right? So after training, you can go to PvP. So here's how the stars would look. So here, okay. So your stars would look. You can either select join, and that's joining the battle, or train. So after the battle, every time your stars battle, you would lose one energy. So if you have three stars, that's one team, right? One team. So after the battle, in a day, your wallet address, your entire account can only battle 3 times maximum. If you use one today, you cannot use five tomorrow. There will only be three tomorrow. So it's three maximum per day. So here after the battle, like I'm tired, so I don't want to battle anymore. So you can just put your stars back into mining, and it will mine for you. So if you've used your three battles already, you cannot battle for the day. That's fine. You can still earn by sending your star back to the mine. So it will mine until it's eligible for battle again. But like, hey, yeah. So if I only have three and I did three battles, I only have three stars, three battles. So I lose all my energy, right? Because one energy per battle. So okay, I'll just probably like train it. So the best thing I guess is to have more than three stars in your more than three stars, trained for battle, so that the first team will be three stars. Okay, they battle, they lose one energy each. So after that, after they lose one energy, and also like, I don't like that team sucks. So I have to replace with another team. So in that way, all your stars only fought once. So your stars still have two energy left. So you can send them in the mine, and then the next day they can battle right away because they still have an energy left. So that's the concept of the battle. So yes, cooldown is 24 hours the next day. So after three battles, there will be a cooldown. So while waiting for that cooldown, you can send your stars back to the mine, to mine, and then the next day you can battle again. So there will be no dead time for your stars. The only thing it cannot earn is when it's training. Okay, and also people are asking like, what's the how's the element determined? Okay, so here the element of the star can be water, fire, or something. It's related to planets as well. So yeah, this is all connected to planet. Okay, so people asking like, do you have any planets updates? Okay, let me tell you, everything that we're doing right now is related to planet. So it's preparation every step. Planet would go live probably third, fourth quarter of this year based on our roadmap. That's like the metaverse. So it's in the roadmap. It says here metaverse expansion. So that's the planet launch. So we're thinking of third quarter or fourth quarter. It's like, hey, do you have any planets update? Yes, Battle is a planet update. So for now, while waiting for the battle, Star Arena is like the only place where you can battle for now. So it's like the center of the universe, right? So when planets is launched, there will be regional battles in each planet, right? So there will be regional battles. So the Star Arena would always be like the main battleground. So yeah, so I hope I made it clear that when the stars used for battle can mine right away, and then next day. So mining is actually a resting place. So if you don't think your stars are alive and they don't need rest, then just let them mine, or you can just have them rest in your transaction tab. So here's how it will look after you get your stars from the mine. You can select join or train. So once it has enough energy, you see the stars on the top. I mean the battery in the top. Yeah, that's when you know that we have uh, enough power. So yeah, I think that's it for me. So we will go live, hoping a tentative schedule is March 26th. And okay, as per blog, an arm star may be able to defeat an SR. So it depends, right? Because you have three star. Okay, you have three stars in your in your team, and you do not. So you have to arrange them accordingly. Like, so this one R, you can only have one SR, one SSR, and one R in one team, right? And you can have three ends, but who would use N? But so here an SR could probably beat an R, but it depends on because there are what's the question again? There are R that has like three like more SSR features. Like we're talking here about these eight orbs below the image. This is what would determine the power and the attack mode of the stars, right? So it depends now on who your the opponent would be, and the advantages, because some SR actually only have one SSR feature, and then I mean UR feature, and then all normal, or just one R all normal. But if you have an R with like two or three SSR features and then more R features, so in theory it could be it could defeat that particular star, because it would determine that. So when you are, we still have to find out the actual game how it would work, but theoretically it could be possible. So yeah, so the stars, yeah, the gem at the bottom, big power, like what I showed here. Big power is only available in mining, right? So that's where big power is relevant. But for the PvP, it's the quality of the stars. If you would filter based on quality, there will be that's where it goes. Okay. So Anne, do you have any questions for us?
Yeah, I got some questions earlier. It's from the comments. It's from Panda Brutal. What will be the
Which
PvP
which
game
which
for
one is
play to
that?
earn? Sorry,
Which one?
can
Which
you hear me?
question is that? I wanna flash it on the screen.
It's from Panda Brutal.
Brutal. Okay. What's the question?
What will the PvP game for play to earn? Still using global rank for earn?
Okay, so here, PvP game for Clipper, so I wanna
And
explain
sorry,
that.
Ray. Just in relation to that, there was a next question by Ricky. I think you
Mhm.
can just discuss this, like, or you tell them about this in one. What are the rewards in winning the battle? They're most likely
Okay,
related.
okay. Let me just check my camera. It's blurring again. Okay, what's wrong? What's wrong
You
with my
need to
camera?
focus.
My camera doesn't
There we go.
understand. It's
There,
back.
much
My
better
camera
now.
hates my face, and I understand that. Sometimes I don't like my face either. So that's understandable. So yeah, players would earn GFT. Okay, so here people are asking how much GFT. Is it like, so? If we want to go back to, I don't have the image here. If we want to go back to the image of like how the tokens are allocated, it says there 30% will be for play to earn, right? It's not specifically for PvP. So some of it would go to planets and other features that the Game Fantasy Studio will make in the future. As to how much will be allocated in the first season, we still have to hear from the devs on that. I don't have the exact figure, but definitely the first 1 or 2 seasons will have more reward than the upcoming season, and you will earn GFT for that. So definitely there will be more announcement for that in the future. So yeah.
Also, another one from Lambdin. How stars, traits, or gems impact fight skills like dodge, HP, and critical? Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, yeah, I think I answered this earlier. uh Stars will the the life and the attack power of the stars will be determined on like the traits of the gems. So like the traits there, the higher rarity of the traits there, not the rarity of the cards itself, okay?
yeah.
It's the rarity of the orbs, the 8 orbs there. So it would
Mm.
determine, and also it these orbs, the higher the rarity, the higher your life would be. The higher the rarity, the higher would the attack would be. But it's combined to all so you still have to get specific details from the devs on how like you would determine which orb determines the life, which orb determines the attack, which crystal uh, determines
The dodge.
does or
Yeah.
anything. Yeah, so basically it's all there, and also stars will be there would be uh, like I forgot my thought. I was reading the comments and when answering. So the stars. I mean, yeah, I get it. The elements. What's wrong with my camera? The elements would also be determined by those. So if it's water, fire. So yeah. So what can planets do? This is PvP is actually a prelude of the planet feature, right? So once the game starts, once the PvP is launched, you will see there like what element your star is, and then you will come and find just you can use it in planets. So what can we do with our planets? Seth, as what I mentioned, I mean earlier, planets for now. What we do is ultimately relating to planets. Okay, so for now, we're focusing on one of the features of planets, which is regional PvP. Regional because it's like we battle in this planet, we battle in this planet, but ultimately the huge battle, the biggest battle is in the battle arena. So what can we do with our planets for now? Uh, Based on our roadmap, planet feature will be launched in third, fourth quarter of the year. So by then, you will see have an idea on what you can do with that using the PPT, and the other features could soon will be released.
Another question here, Ray, is for those, I think these are the people who own some of our flash sale, Christmas, and battle
Hmm.
NFTs. They would want to know how these NFTs or these stars
Okay.
would impact them in the game.
Yeah, I don't know if I could say that now. We still have well, since we're already in the forming team. We have already released the forming team. Okay, so those who have like Pioneer cards, the Christmas giveaway cards, the flash sale cards. They are battle cards, right? And people like, what is that battle card? Here? We only mentioned the three. And so they are used as like power ups. They're like buffs. So if you have these special cards, they will be your fourth card, right? So they will be your fourth card in the battle. So it will give you additional power, additional, hit. So if you still have your okay, people will say, it's unfair to those who have it. Well, we all have because we have given Christmas NFT for free. What's wrong with my camera? Again, Christmas NFT for free last December. So if you keep it, if you kept it, and then the Pioneer cards, I fought long and hard to give to the devs to give the Pioneer cards some use in the future. So yeah, they actually give in, and then, yeah, you can use the Pioneer card as the battle. So it's like you have three stars, right? But and then your battle stars that you won from the flash sale, and then it will be at the back. It's like your power up. So if you're playing another game, it's like your angel at the back or your any support. So how can it be used will be determined later on, and we can see it in the when we do our uh, testing, our beta testing. So yeah.
Another from Maynard, which is a good question. Do we have daily quest or adventure and earn GFT?
Okay, for Maynard is actually one of our developers. So if you can just, no, just kidding. So we're still working on it. We're still, the devs has not, give uh, specific details, but as what I said, they're still, uh, thinking, I mean, working on the games. But what I can tell people is that the devs and the community leader, if you're active in our Telegram group, we have Kyle, we have Anwar and everyone, we have JD, everyone, they're taking notes of your suggestions. And as long as it's sound and it's, beneficial for the players and for the community, we are bringing them to the devs. Hey, we should implement this. People want this. Like, it's so hard to work on it, no matter how hard it is, because, first and foremost, Star Crazy is a people driven game, right? So we are decentralized, which means that most the features of the game are dictated by the players. So your suggestions may not be implemented right away, but definitely we will work on it. We will think of ways on how to like incorporate your suggestions in the game. So Jeff, what do you think? What do you have in mind that would be like a good feature for the game? You're muted, by the way.
Yeah, Jeff, your mic is
Okay.
mute.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. You've already implemented this with lower cards or uh, low dig power cards are able to battle. I think that's very important. So
Yeah.
newcomers can come to the game and enjoy the game, uh, even if they don't have a big dig power. So when I introduce this game to new players, I always uh, tell them I divide it. You can have lots of dig power and mine and earn that way, or you can get unique cards and battle, and you don't need much money to do so.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great feature, and I think that'll be very successful because I think we can grow our base this way. So I think that was a really good decision to have the smaller cards or the unique cards
Yeah.
without big dig power being able to battle. So that was really, really good.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I tell all of my uh, friends or people that want to join, you don't need a lot of money to start. Just get involved, get 3 cards, and just try the battles, which now we know are coming perhaps on March 26th. So that's very good. I really like that decision. Uh, as far as anything else I have, yeah, the planets. I'm still curious about how the owners, the planet owners, are going to benefit from the future. But I guess that will come in Q3 or
yeah.
Q4, as you mentioned.
Yeah. As much as we wanted
Uh,
to, we don't want to like
yeah,
confuse
yeah,
the people, like and also we don't want to
yeah.
put too much pressure in the dev. But what I would assure to the people, to the players, is that you know planet development is already in the calendar of what to do next. We just wanna, what I said, we're taking it one step of a time, at a
Yep,
time,
that's
So I
good.
just wanna answer this one question from Inano here, our master fuser. Is there going to be a ranking system for top players on most won games? By the way, Inano is one of the next to Seth. She's like, yeah, I want to burn all my SSR to get the UR. And she finally did it. And congratulations for that. So, yes, actually, the game is actually ranking based, right? So,
Oh, good.
here, every time you win or lose, you will be ranked accordingly. And then at the
Mm.
end of the day, at the end of one season, that's all,
Joma, motawag ko nimo na.
the rewards will be,
Oh, motawag ko nimo. Tawag.
sorry,
Sorry, sorry.
Sorry.
okay. The rewards the rewards will be determined according to your ranking, right? So you will be ranked. So if people would say, hey, those who have higher
Oh, good.
quality stars will always rank on top. Well, yes, that's a hard yes. And say, is it unfair? No, it's not unfair. Why? Because people who spend lots of money to get SR, they burn a lot of SR to get SSR.
Mm.
They burn
True.
lots of SSR to get UR. So I think it's just fair that you would always have the best, the most powerful cards there is in the StarCrazy game. Because it would what is unfair is that when an N will have the same power as UR, I think the next day StarCrazy will close. Like, what? This is just a joke. So yeah, if you want to have higher chances of ranking on top, so you definitely need to get high quality stars. So this is like what rewards are the users can get. The rewards is that you get higher quality cards. You have higher DP plus higher quality for battle. But don't worry, okay. So because your stars will be your team will be matched according to your level of uh, competence or power of your stars. Your stars, the end stars, will not be matched with the UR stars because again that's ridiculous. So you will be matched with your same power. So eventually, if you could build a bigger, higher team, you would eventually rise up in the rank. So the more you win, the more you step up in the ladder. So how about the matchmaking? Yes, matchmaking is based on the rarity of the orbs or crystals and not on DP. Again, as I will show this thing again. Mining and PvP are two different features and two different concepts of the game. Mining, dig power is only relevant here in mining, but not in PvP. So for matchmaking purposes, so yeah, yeah. So yeah, if you've sold your so people if you are into battle when you go to free market, you filter quality. If you are into mining, you filter digging power. If you just want to fuse, you filter price. So uh, that's how it's done in the game. So we want to make it equitable as much as possible. So people are like, this is pro West because all those who having like UR SSR will always be on top. Of course, Why would you want them to put them in the bottom? They spent a lot of time, a lot of money, and they burn a lot of stars for them to get higher quality stars. So I think they deserve to be on top. So if you want to get there, you spend as much as they did, and then that's fair. I think that's fair. And also, Star Crazy is decentralized. We don't touch about the price. If you know this, we have the auction system. As much as possible, the devs and we, the team, don't want to touch anything about the price. It's the player who would decide. It's like, hey, SSR or SR now is very cheap. That's good for some people who are buying. But for the devs, like we don't care. That's all yours, right? We don't touch those things. Make it possible that we can battle and use our stars without dispatching them from the mine, please. Yeah, actually, you have to like remove them from the mine. Again, as if let me show this. These are two different features. If it's dispatch in the mine, you cannot battle. If it's in the battle, you cannot mine. And if it's these are four things that your stars can do. They can only do one thing at a time. Okay. So if you want them to mine, get them from wherever they are, put them in the mine. So that's what we can do.
Ray, I think just to give a little excitement to our players as well and some tips, we already launched the Explorer, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I also want to mention the
Something
Explorer.
you
So
want
this
to
this is
speak about.
yeah, this is one thing that this is actually a brainchild of that's Maynard. He's always in the chat. He's working. Maynard, he worked on this. So if you want to know more about this, you just message him. He's like active there in the chat right now. I mean, in the comments. So the Explorer thing is number one. The purpose for that is transparency. Transparency is that we want to show you that all the stars in the mine are actually from the auction or fuse. Like, if you want to check all the addresses, right, are visible in the IoTex Explorer. You can just copy the address, so you can check who's like the biggest, you know, holders of GFT, and probably their devs or like early investors or just Mimo or something like that. You can see there probably they don't have any stars or something, but definitely you can see whatever they have. Like, hey, why is this stars in the mine? It looks so different. I haven't seen this before. See, with the Star Crazy Explorer, you'll be able to see every and all stars in the mine. If you're like, you know you don't have much time, you have too much time in your hands, and you just want to check every address there and that, you're free to do so and check like who owns this thing. Okay. And secondly, this is actually a battle feature as well in the PvP, because like what I said, you will be ranked according to like the level of your bracket of the quality of the stars that you have. So when the ranking comes, like, so there will be an address there. You will say, hey, so this player, what stars does he have? So you get his address, go to Explorer and check. Hey, this is what he have. I don't wanna fight this guy. Right? I wanna fight this guy, something. So you can always use it like in the ranking, the top one rank. What is he the number one in the rank? And you will check. That's why he has like 5 URs. Good for him. He's rich by the way. So I'm like, why is he at the bottom? So he's got 10. But sometimes he would win. So those things you can check. Like you can use it as the tool for that. The star's rarity affect PvP later. Okay, star's rarity affect the rarity of the orbs. Okay, the eight crystals at the bottom. That's what affects PvP. But the rarity of the star itself, it's actually determined by big T or anything. Camera again. So so yeah, I think we have gone so much already. Do you have any? I think I've answered enough, and hopefully I clarified. If you still have more questions, you can always send them in the chat. You can always send them in, Telegram. We're
Yeah,
always active
completely.
there. So Claire, do you have anything before we close?
No, this was really great. Thank you for hosting this, Ray and Anne and Jeff coming on as one of our active players. It was really, really cool to hear these PvP features and to see what's to come and see how the community is getting involved. And like you said, where even the community is suggesting features and the game is like, yeah, let's see if we can do that. I think that's really
Yeah.
cool and fostering just a really great community of players. from the IoTex side, when we saw Sumotex, another fellow IoTex project, buy a planet, and now Sumotex is getting involved in the StarCrazy universe, and seeing all of these things meshing together, and all these features to come, I'm just really happy to be a part of this. It was super fun to learn about all the features. I'm gearing my team of stars up. I'm getting ready, and I'm super excited for the features to launch. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us as well. I'm so happy for IoTex that every time we do this, they always have like some people from IoTex itself,
Very
to
supportive.
join us, which is really humbling for our side. And Jeff, do you have anything before we close?
No, I think this is really good. It was very informative, and I'm just hoping that our current players can suggest or recommend this game to new players, because the
Mm-hmm.
entrance fee is so low and the potential is so high. Uh, and with IoTex being uh, such a great uh, project, I hope more people can look into IoTex. And I want to thank Rollin and Larry and everybody at IoTex for uh,
Yeah,
giving us this opportunity. I hope everyone can join uh, this chain, and I think it has a very bright future.
yeah,
So
true.
thank you for
That's
having me
amazing.
on.
No, thank you for joining us. Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff.
From the bottom of our hearts, appreciate one of our active, one of the number. By the way, everyone, Jeff is the 108th member of the StarCrazy Telegram
To
group.
be exact.
Who is
So,
number one?
and
I
do you have
wonder.
anything?
Yeah, I would like to thank Jeff and Claire for being with us tonight, today. This was a fun-filled and a lot of learnings, a lot of ideas came up to this AMA. Uh, Ray as well, we from Star Crazy are doing our best to offer the most and give the best experience to our players and for those partners who believe in this project. And yeah, your suggestions matters. Our players matter in the community. We have our ambassadors who are very active to answer your queries. You just have to, and we're looking forward for more developments with the game, and with that to widen up the community of Star Crazy, and with IoTex as being there very supportive
Yeah.
in our upcoming projects. Yeah, developments to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you for joining us. I hope I was able to clarify some of the PDP confusion that we have. By the way, I think I will have another live session in the near future, especially during the launch. So we wanna you know talk about here live during the launch, for people to
We want
interact.
to sizzle up and set up the mood before we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Claire, somebody's asking if
For
you're still
PvP.
single. Yeah, yeah. Well, you can just message Claire and whatever you can. Just message an IUPEX official chat to be there, I guess. So thank you everyone. Thank you for coming, Jeff and Claire, and to those
Thank
who joined
you.
us in this live event. Thank you for always supporting Star Crazy. We appreciate you being there for us, and we promise to do everything that we can. We promise everything that we, to listen to your suggestions, and to be better at everything that we do. Thank you so much. Have a good evening, good morning to wherever you are, and have a great day, everyone.
Good day to
Bye.
everyone.
Yep.
See ya.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.